There's noise.
There's noise. That's where there's a lot of people on the other side of that door.
Are you supposed to be separated from the panelists?
Oh, for game show rule reasons?
Yeah.
No. It's strictly because I have a royalty clause in my contract where I must be separated from everyone at all times. It would be really awesome if you could just go to the other side of the door and just crack in. Because I just like to be exiled from other humans. I really think success is really about getting to the point where you can remove yourself from common interactions with people and just being in a salmon-colored room with blue highlights and black leather couches left over from the Scarface set.
That makes the moments with the audiences that much more special, though. When you get released from your cage.
The truth of the matter is, this is the only time I've been hanging out in this room was when you came in here with the flip cam. I've been hanging out with them the rest of the time.
Oh, okay.
In the other room.
By the way, this is the Comics Comic with Chris Hardwick,
hey,
host of the potential game show to reinvent all game shows.
Possibly.
Tonight's Funniest. It's a pilot for Comedy Central.
Yes.
And we're in between tapings, 2 tapings.
Yes.
What's your sense of the show?
The show was mind-blowingly fun. The audience was great, and the 5 comics that are on the panel were fantastic. And I mean, really, the show is just kind of an excuse to fuck around a loose game show structure. So.
I told you just a few minutes ago I thought it's kind of like the match game without contestants. Is that?
Yeah, I would say that's an entirely good comparison.
Throw out a premise and...
Except Richard Dawson's not hammered by the time you get to the second show. I don't think we're plying these guys with alcohol the way that they did clearly on Match Game.
Well, that was the 70s.
That was the 70s when it was all okay.
We're all about okay. 2010, 2011.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all about clean living now. We are gorging ourselves on whole food and organic meat.
Now, when you're filming a pilot, I'm sure you've done several.
I've done
to get a few shows.
Fortunately, some that will never be seen.
To get a few shows on the air, you have to do dozens of pilots.
Yeah, the failure rate is very high. Is someone knocking? I guess they are. I guess they were like, I just want to knock, but I don't really want to present myself. So yeah, I've done far more pilots than have ever been picked up. I mean, like, this number's not even close. Yeah. No. This room is haunted. Oh, it's not haunted. Here's a person.
Can I peek in here?
Yeah, come on in. Hey, this is my friend Sean. He writes for the Comics Comic, which is a very famous comic.
Very nice to meet you.
I'm Dave.
So when you're in the process of filming a pilot, do you have a sense of how it's going? Do you think, oh, I can tell this is gonna go?
Yeah, I mean, you can never tell if it's gonna get picked up, but you can get a sense of how it's going. And I have been on ones before where you're like, oh, usually there's a lot of notes being rushed up because the network's conferring because they're not happy, and you can just feel like a weight sinking on the room. I guess I liken it to, like people put a pool cover over their pool and then it rains and then that pool cover just gets all heavy and sags in the middle. That's what it feels like when a pilot's not going well. But this one felt really, I mean, like, sincerely, this pilot, probably one of the best feeling pilots ever. This pilot felt fucking great.
And you get to film another one.
And we get to do another one. Yeah, we get to do another one. I mean, I'm sure I don't have the power to jinx the pilot by saying that I thought it was great. But I thought it was for me. It was incredibly fun, and the comics were great, and we had a super good time. So
well, it's you and 5 comedians just kind of riffing.
Yeah, and 5 comedians that I genuinely like. It's not like 5 disparate comedians who like sometimes when you get comics together, they will just sort of instinctively attack each other, and that's where the comedy comes from. But this is like everyone's having fun and is playful and nice, and it's sort of like hug punching. People are hug punching.
So, even though only one of them can be tonight's funniest.
Even though one can be tonight's funniest. Yes, a title they will hold theoretically for only 23.5 hours, unless it's a weekend.
Going back to the match game, if this gets picked up, do you get a sense that this will be like a regular panel, or that other comedians would rotate in?
We'll have to. I mean, like, I'm sure there will be people who will recur, just because if you do a lot of shows, there's only so many comics.
Right.
But and it'll be fun to mix and match. And then we'll be like action figures. We can mix and match. Every comic will have a strength, and then we'll mix and match them. Sort of like a Magic the Gathering sort of a set. But yeah, I think I'm excited to see that if the show goes, like, because I know a million other comics that I think would be great on the show as well. So it'll be fun to kind of mix and match with them.
Well, get to it, Comedy Central. You're filming the pilot. Order it already.
Are they inside your little flip cam?
They are. That's how it works.
Comedy Central is ruled from inside.
Comedy Central.
There's a chip. There is a brain chip in here that picks everything.
Yeah.
But like, even if the show doesn't go, I still, so far I can't say one bad thing about the experience so far. I mean, not that I would look for something bad to say. I don't like this carpet, I'll be honest. But other than that, everything has been super awesome.
Well, great, and I enjoyed it.
Thank you, Sean. It's very nice to see you.
Very nice to see you.
It's the second time, and actually, I feel like I've seen you at a lot of events all summer. I saw you up at Montreal.